Right then everyone, today we're doing something just a little bit different. Well, actually that's not true. We're hacking, which is nothing different that we do every day, but we're just going to bring you a video on a different hack, just to show you both of these two horses in the heaviest of traffic. Excuse me. Yeah, it's alright, I was just hiccuping, hopefully you couldn't hear that. So we're just gonna take advantage of getting this video to show you guys these horses, you know, in a busy main road. Both horses have never ridden this hack. They've obviously been down the short bit of main road which we use, but they've certainly never been around the block, what we call the block. It's not a hack that we do very often because you'll see yourselves that it's very, very busy. I'm not gonna keep the camera rolling for the whole amount because it would just be running for an hour and whatever straight. So obviously there will be snippets, so when the video just stops and then restarts, obviously that is just because I'm showing you clips as we go along. So actually as well, it is really worth mentioning, well, it's firstly worth mentioning the horses' names. So we've got Baloe and Jazz. Kyle on such a long rein as always, even though we're going down a main road, but that's Kyle for you, relaxed. To be fair, he absolutely adores this horse anyway. He really does, and he trusts him, which makes a whole different. Now I am going to have to keep my hazards on, guys, so I am sorry if that's causing a lot of background noise, or I don't know if it's causing any at all. So I will do my best to video as much as possible, but there will be times where I have to actually stop the video and probably move if I'm holding too much traffic up, etc, etc. So as I was saying, it is worth mentioning that today is Wednesday. Neither of these two horses have been ridden since Friday. We have been so busy, and then both Kyle and Nikki were off this weekend, and it is their day off on Monday anyway, so that made 3 days. And then yesterday Kyle was off work because he was ill. Man flu, guys, apparently it's terrible. So yeah, Kyle was off yesterday, so there was only me and Nikki, and we had just a mountain of things to do outside of just riding as well, so we actually never got a chance to ride everything. So these horses haven't been sat on since Wednesday. They are living out, so obviously, you know, you can take that into consideration, but at the minute these two are living out, but you know, they haven't been ridden since Friday, so this is day 5. We're straight out on the main road. They've just brought them both in from the field, tacked up, got on the yard, and straight out. They were sort of waiting for me because I'm between appointments today, so I have literally an hour's window at the minute to get this hack done. So as I say, this is an extremely busy road, a road that you wouldn't necessarily want to ride down by choice, and we certainly don't. Neither horse has been down here. I mean, there you go. Traffic, you can just sort of speak for itself, really. Jazz is actually a really good lead file. Baloe goes in front as well, but Jazz just always seems to have like that good walk on it and will happily take the lead. I would say that this is one of her real strong points, is the hacking. You know, she's very, very good, very, very good, as is Baloe. Obviously I'm trying to sort of cover all bases with both of them. The purpose of the video is for both of them. And there is also, there's all of us, sorry, that's not the right word. There is already lots of video footage of both of these two horses, and lots of information out there. So I'm trying my hardest not to repeat, but those that may not have seen the other videos and you're watching this one first, if you just, you will definitely be seeing this on the YouTube channel or via a YouTube link. You just need to go on and scroll down. There is numerous videos of CnG, it'll be CnG Equine Jazz, CnG Equine Baloe, and then obviously different things. I don't know, it might be Jazz in the field or Baloe in the field or whatever, or hacking alone. There's videos of them. As I say, there's quite a few, so if you haven't seen them, you really, after this video, you really need to go on and have a look. You'll see more of both horses and a lot more info. So anything that I don't cover on this video, it is already out there on the channel. The purpose of this video is really just so you guys can actually just see the horses, and you know, going out for a hack, going for a viewing, if you're going to look at a horse, you know, you're never going to see this much of the horse, you know, you're not. Probably get a little ride in the arena, and then if you're lucky, you'll just take them up the road for 5 minutes or whatever that would be usual. So these videos are far more in depth, and you see so much more of the horse. So hopefully you guys will find these helpful, as I would if I was purchasing. So obviously we are now approaching traffic lights. You know, it's not the route that you would choose for a leisurely hack, is it? It just isn't. You know, to the point, you'd avoid this route at all costs, wouldn't you, at the end of the day? If you could, you just would. Why would you know, what sort of pleasure is there from riding around here? But you can only, you know, you can only take horses that you are going to be able to trust 100%. Well, as much of 100% as you can trust any horse. So, the light. I knew the lights were going to change just about this time. Nick's never going to go through. Okay, Nick really shouldn't have gone through there. She should have waited. But anyway, she obviously checked that it was clear. The lights had only just changed. So I'll pick them up in a second. Okay guys, so I've come through the junction, picked them up again. As I was saying, to be fair, Nick did step out and look both ways and make sure she was visible. But yeah, you can see the amount of traffic here. Hopefully this video is good enough, guys, but obviously, you know, there's a limit to what I can do here. So there's every sort of kind of traffic possible. I mean, everything. Both horses as bold as they come in traffic, you can see. And as I was saying, you're only going to bring horses down here that you are very, very confident that they are level-headed and good to hack. I've had lots of inquiries over both horses. Jazz, we'll start with Jazz. I've had a lot of inquiries over Jazz. She's very, very reasonably priced. And she's a good size. When I originally bought her, I bought her as 15.2. I've put her as 15.1. She probably is more 15.2 maybe. But yeah, she is 13 years old. She hasn't got her age on her passport, guys. That was verified by her owner's dentist, and when she had a vet check with her owners. That was, she's come from a private owners of 12 months. there is lots of info on her other video. You need to go on. I think there's a video, I think it says CnG Equine Jazz full video or something like that. And there's about 45 minute long video, and there's loads of info on there, guys. But you know, she's done everything. She's a real fun type, actually, because she's quite nice and forward to ride, but she's not sharp or fizzy or strong or anything like that. But if you notice with Nick's not having to keep a lot of leg on, and obviously she is hacking out up front as well. I don't know if they looked at the grid then, or the little dog. But yeah, we have found that her forte is hacking. She absolutely loves to hack. She's great in open spaces as well. Really good in open spaces. She's sensible. She'll go cantering out in a group. She'll go cantering out on her own. When it comes to jumping, she's mega. Absolutely mega. She jumps at pretty much whatever you ask her to. She's very bold. She'll jump all the show jumps. She jumps all the cross country jumps. She's really, 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 really good fun like that. She, as I say, there's loads of info, and I've got a reference from her previous owner as well. Previous to that, she was on a riding school. It was a couple of years ago now. They've given her a fantastic reference also, but you know, I wouldn't say that they are sorry, not they, her, you know, she wouldn't be, I don't want to be advertising her as a riding school horse, because she's not really. Her weakest point would be her schooling. She can be a little bit marish, but you know, nothing terrible at all really. She's out currently in a herd. She's out with 2 other geldings and 3 mares, and she's pretty good in the herd. She would be fairly she'd look after herself, and she wouldn't get picked on, but she's not like the ringleader or anything like that. She's fairly easy in the herd. We always, with all of them, at this time of year, because the ones that are living out, obviously they only come in to work, so it can prove tricky once they get the hang of that, of catching them. So they are left with a field safe head collar on, and we do take carrots. That applies to all of them, to be honest. We're always so busy. There is nothing more annoying than when you're having to follow a horse around a field because you can't catch them. Can't bear it. It's one of my pet hates. Can't bear it. That and horses that don't load. So yeah, those are the horses that we don't like to have, because it takes too much time and effort to do a simple job. But yeah, the horses are left with feel safe head collars on, because obviously we're always changing the sort of herd really, you know, and changing the logistics of the yard. So we just try and keep certain things the same and try and make our job as easy as we can. But you know, as I say, we have literally just come straight out on these 2, and they haven't been sat on for 5 days. Kyle is on the absolutely stunningly beautiful, I just adore him, Baloe. He is super, guys. I can't recommend this horse enough. Right guys, so there was me saying I was doing snaps and I was carrying the phone on non-stop, and I was talking away, and then a call come through, so I'm not sure where I got up to, but I was just saying that Baloe is absolutely stunning. He is beautiful. He's total quality. He really, really is total quality. I can't speak highly enough of him. He's a lovely nature. He's a really lovely nature. He's a kind horse. He's so easy to like load and to travel around and to take out and about and all of that. His owners, recent owners, are so upset to have to part with him, and they've taken him everywhere on his own, loaded him in a trailer, taken him and done his jumping, his fun rides, cross country, everything. And he's just been a pleasure. He rides beautifully on the flats. He really does. I'm just going to let this car come past, guys. I'll pick this up in a second. Right, I was causing a bit of a traffic jam there. I think it's coming around school time actually, so there's going to be more traffic because there is a school on this route. But I was just saying that Baloo is just stunning. He's outstanding quality. He's just class. He really is. He rides beautifully on the flat, absolutely beautifully. Really lovely on the flat. Jumps, he's bold, he's brave, he's scopy, he's experienced, he knows his job. He both show jumping and cross country. We've had him over both. Kyle popped the other day. He literally just canted down, popped a vertical, 3 strides to a 135, and just jumped it. Just like, he's just heaven to watch. He's heaven to ride. He's just heaven to look at. I just can't say enough about him. As I say, he is my type of horse anyway, so you will get me giving it all that anyway, because I love him, but he's just a pleasure. He's not one that you've got to worry about at all. You can just tack up, get on. I mean, Kyle's one-handed, look. You probably can't see there as well. Nick's just there on a nice easy rein, and like I say, these two haven't been sat on. They've not been exercised. I know they're out, but they don't run around or anything. They're just standing graze, to be honest. They're pretty chilled in the field, so definitely not using any energy in the field. And you can get on and come straight down here, and as I say, neither of these two have even stepped foot down here at all. This is just all totally new to them. You can just see how good they are in traffic. They are just absolutely fantastic in traffic. So going back to Baloo as well, he's a good 17 hands, but you've got to remember how big Kyle is as well, guys. But he doesn't have to have a huge rider on him. Nicky rides him. Hi. Nicky rides him all of the time, and his owners were 2 small ladies, so mother and daughter. Guys, I'm gonna have to pick this up in a sec because there's too many cars around now. Right, I've sneaked back on. So I will just apologise now if I just keep disappearing, because there is a lot of cars around, and I've obviously got to be very mindful of everybody else on the road as well. So I've even lost my trail of thought where I was, guys. But this hacking video is where, there you go, a little bike sitting there, the horse is not reacting. Right, bear with a second. Yeah, as I was saying about Baloo, just that he hasn't necessarily got to have a tall rider. He's quite happy with he's been ridden by petite females. He's not strong at all. He just rides just beautifully. He really does. He has just turned 16 a couple of weeks ago, so only just turned 16. There's been no history that I'm aware of, certainly for not the last few years, any illness, injury, nothing like that. He's fit and raring to go. Yeah, he's just lovely. I can't recommend him enough. I really can't. I've had so many inquiries about him, and I'm just a little bit sort of not particular, not choosy, that's not the word, but I try and, with any of my horses, I try and think, if I was them, what home would I want to choose for myself? What sort of home if they had a say in it, you know, what would their preference be? And I try and do that with all the horses, because there is no point letting them go to a home who wants to do everything that they don't particularly enjoy. You know, you're not going to get the best out of your horse at all. So you know, I do always try my absolute hardest to get them in the most suitable home for them. So I am sorry guys if it feels like a interview when you inquire about a horse. I am sorry about that, and I don't want you to sort of feel that it is patronising or sort of putting you on the spot at all, because that's not the case. Guys, I'm going to pass these now because I am just holding up everybody. Right, gang, I let a lot of traffic pass, but they're still holding up traffic. Oh, I bet they're actually cursing the traffic because it's school time and it's quite busy. But I am doing my little camera trick and I am videoing them through my wing mirror. Now we've got the biggest lorry, double curtain sider. Look how good these horses are though, guys. I mean, we've got to give credit where credit's due to both horses and riders as well. Well done, gang. Right. I think, note to self, let's avoid school hour next time. I think we're causing everybody a hazard. But do you know what? These hacking videos, with me waffling on, regardless of that, you can mute me if you like. I just think it speaks for itself. How many of you on your horses could you just bring round that? There's every hazard around, and how good are the horses? Not been sat on for 5 days and never been round there, and Nikki negotiated the lights. So much better that time. So much better. So guys, we're on the home stretch now, and you know, these two horses definitely deserve a nice, relaxing off-road hack tomorrow. They've not been ridden, and then they've had to come out and negotiate all of this. I mean, just absolute superstars. They are. Oh, you couldn't hear that, guys, but that lorry's just very kindly obviously stopped, but then just started and let off his air brakes. You probably couldn't, you definitely couldn't hear that. I did. The horses were really good. Hardly any reaction at all. I mean, they have just negotiated the horrendous traffic and obstacles then, and I don't think you could ask for horses to be any better, especially, as I say, places where they've not been ridden, when they haven't been ridden. And you must go on and have a look at the rest of the videos for these horses and all the information, or drop me a message, because I can send it all to you as well. Both of these horses are in the Green Heart, lower end Green Heart, guys. I mean, that is so reasonably priced to have a cob like Jazz. I mean, you can see for yourselves with all of our videos, you know, they don't just come with descriptions, they come with the full video, and you can see it for yourself. You know, you don't have to necessarily read an advert or take my word for it. You know, the videos are there. It is the best way of being able to see these horses, and if they are what you're looking for. Don't think the van necessarily wanted me to go across as well, but there you go. Kyle's looked at me because the minute he's come off the main road, he's got his phone out and he's looked at me to see if I'm still videoing, because he knows I go absolutely mad with him when he's videoing and he's on his phone. I don't know. I know it's teenagers and the phones, but he's not in his teenage years anymore. So when does it end, guys? Maybe when I stop paying his phone bill. That might be when. And he hasn't got unlimited everything. And he's still looking now to see if I'm videoing. Oh, we do have fun when it is a family run business, guys, so you can imagine the fun that comes with. Look at him now videoing me. Look. Anyway, I think that was pretty impressive for both of these two horses, and as I say, they are going to go on a well-deserved, nice, relaxing hack off-road, some cantering across the fields. Let them enjoy themselves, because they have been impeccable. Then there wasn't just one lorry, there was how many lorries, trailers, everything, school traffic, bikes, kids, parked cars, just everything, traffic lights. Yeah, I am really, really pleased with both of them, and I hope that this video is helpful to you guys. As I say, feel free to ask anything, but please go and watch all their videos first. All right, thank you.